Hey world, how you guys doing on this evening? Hopefully this video finds you in great spirits and in great health and dominating everything that you touch. For those that have been to the channel before, we certainly appreciate you. We know you could have been anywhere on this evening, but you chose to spend a few minutes with us. We know you find great value out of the content. For those that are new, we welcome you as well. Come on in, continue to like, comment, share, hit the notification bar on these videos so that you get notified whenever we put out new content. So you know what we do here, man. It's your boy Top Dog. I love to invoke thought, promote higher levels of understanding, motivate, elevate, so that we can all go out and dominate and be the kings and queens that we were born here to be on this earth. Total domination, no competition. So I got some subject matter that I want to talk about on this evening. So as always, come on in, kick your feet up, and let's get loose. So today, guys, the subject matter that I want to talk about is 5 reasons why you should be writing everything down, in particular your goals. Now, before I get too deep into this video, I want to put out a quick disclaimer. Every next level in your life is going to require a different you. I know you probably heard me say this before if you've been here, but it is. Every day you should be shedding the old you and putting on a new you, because that's going to be required in this growth process that we're all going through right now. And I appreciate you guys going on the journey with me, because as I make these videos, I'm not exempt. A lot of times I'm talking to myself and just sharing it with the world. And we're walking this journey together. So Under Armour said it in an interesting way. They said it like this: you're more than your successes. You're more than your failures. You are the work. It's the work that defines you. It's the fire that burns inside of you. So if you want that smoke, you got to give them that fire. But it only goes through you. So just as I just said, every next level is going to require a different you. You got to get out here and work. You can't be scared of the work. You can't be driven by fear. You can't let distractions come off and knock you off your purpose. You can't let anything come in and knock you off center. You got to be focused, you got to be determined, and you got to be a different you daily. The old you can no longer exist. The old you has gotten you as far as it can take you. The old you has put you where you are right now. So if you've made the decision that you want to go to another level, then you got to shed the old you. He can't go on this journey. Leave him right there, pick up the new you, and let's keep going. Okay? So here are the 5 reasons, guys. Here are the 5 reasons that why you should be writing everything down and the importance of that. Number 1, writing things down boosts your motivation. You got to have motivation if you got a goal. Goals and motivation go hand in hand. And you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down and revisit them daily. So 42%, I'll take those odds. So right now, that should change your mindset and say, I'm going to start writing my goals down starting today. If I'm going to be 42% more likely to achieve that goal by writing it down, then that's what I want to do. That's where I want to be. I want to be in that company right there. All right? But I'm also going to warn you, just as I just said, that it goes through you. You got to write them down. You got to revisit them daily. And you got to take massive actions to make sure that you achieve those goals. You cannot skip any one of those 3. I'll give you an example about what I mean. You and I could bake an apple pie with the same ingredients. But if I leave something out, our pies are going to taste totally different. Wouldn't you agree? There's something that's going to be missing from my pie if I skip and miss one ingredient. So you can't skip steps. You can't shortcut. You can't cheat. There's no cheating in success. Success is hard. It's not going to be easy to break the old you because you've been conditioned for so long with who you are. And now to transform into another version of you is going to be tough. So this is the reason why we're stressing writing things down and revisiting, because you're forming new habits. You got to get rid of the old habits that you have and form new habits. So if you haven't been doing this, which I'm probably guessing you haven't, you have to start there. You got to start where you are. You got to start someplace. Okay? Number 2, writing goals down improves your focus. When you write things down, you're actually activating both sides of your brain. The right imaginative side and the left logic side. So here's where reading what's written down on paper gets burned into your brain. So when you start to think every day and it becomes a part of you, okay, I have to do X, Y, Z because I'm on the mission to achieve my goal. I'm focused. I got blinders on. I'm so focused on what it is that I'm doing that nothing else matters. Now, you got a girl, you got a wife, whatever you got, she's got to be on board too. Because if you're really dedicated towards achieving this goal, you're going to have to make sacrifices. And you don't want nobody, your girl, all up in your ear talking about, well, why you ain't been down with me and da da da, and your wife doing the same thing. You got to put on a different type of focus. Remember a different you? This is going to require a much different focus, a focus like you've never had before. If you want to start writing down and chalking down some wins in your life. Remember, for those of you who have graduated from college, remember the focus and the dedication that it took to complete those 4 years. Remember that? Okay, this is going to be much harder than that. Because you're going to another level. You can't use some of those same principles you're going to use, but you're going to another level now. Share the old you, jump into the new you, start now, get going, get motivated, focus. Pivot point focus. You have to. So writing goals down helps you to focus because of that mental picture that you're seeing on every day, and it helps you stay focused. Because without focus and without motivation, no goals can ever be accomplished. So number 2, again, writing goals down helps you improve your focus. Number 3, writing goals down helps relieve your stress levels. Now, I got to explain some things right here because I'm getting ready to go into something. You heard the old saying, better out than in. But I have to give a warning label here. Not everybody is meant to hear your deepest goals or your most intimate thoughts about where it is that you want to go. Only the closest of the close of your circle, and I would advise you to turn that circle into a period like Drake said. Tighten up your circle. Because if you mention something, if you mention a goal, the people around you should never find that goal outrageous. No matter what it is that comes out of your mouth. If it's truly your goal, then that shouldn't sound ridiculous to anybody that you call in your immediate circle. As an example, if I say, I want to be a billionaire, man, in 5 years, I don't want nobody around me saying, well, how you going to do that? How's that even going to possible? How's that even possible? Man, you can't do that. Well, what's wrong with you? It's only a certain amount of billionaires in this world. Well, what make you think you can do that? I want people in my circle that are saying, hey, man, let's get to work then. We need to start work immediately. We need to get on this. 5 years, let's go. What can I do to help? Where do you need me? What position do I need to play? That's what you want in your circle, because it's hard to hold things on the inside. You stressing yourself out. You've got all of these things that you want to come out, but you can't because you ain't around the right people. You've ever had something that you wanted to get off your chest? I'm sure you have. I have, right? I just needed to get this off of my chest. And I carried it around for months and months and months. And it started to eat away at my insides. I'm stressing. My stress level is going up. But as soon as I was able to talk to somebody about that issue and get it out, you feel much better. Many of us are walking around holding dreams inside of us, trying to keep them inside of us, trying to remember them. You know, you got to bring those things out and put it into the atmosphere. That's the only way it's going to gain traction. And that's the only way you're going to force the universe to align up with what it is that you're saying so that it can be manifested. Inside of you does you no good. But the problem is, just like I mentioned, you around the wrong folk and you feel, man, they're going to call me, they're going to say that this is ridiculous. They're going to try to bring me down. They're going to tell me all the reasons why I can't do it. And you know why? Because they've given up on their dreams years ago. They forfeited their dreams years ago. And crab in the bucket syndrome, they don't want you to, people are going to feel comfortable hanging around you as long as they know that they got a thumbnail on you, and you, all of us are in this box together. One person starts to change their thought process, there go to hating. But that's the name of the game. It's okay to shed that. It's okay to be the person that you were born to be. It's okay to want to be a billionaire. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you got people, oh, well, money is the root of all evil. No, that's for broke people. That's for people with poverty mindsets. No, it's not. I was born rich. I was born to be rich. Or however you define what rich is. However you define what success is. Whatever your definition of success or whatever your definition of rich is, you were born with that already. You don't have to go searching and looking for it. It's right there within you. So let those dreams out. Put yourself in a position to where nothing you say in your circle sounds ridiculous. Change your circle. It's easy. I said every level of life is going to require a different you. It's also going to require you to lose some people. And that's okay. It's okay. You can still hang out. You can still love them people, but you now loving them from a distance because they don't share the same ambitions that you share. If I got to be secretive around you and hold things in and stress myself out for fear of what you thinking, then number one, I'm a fool. Right? I'm a fool. So this is happening because of me, not to me. So I got to change and switch all of that up so I can begin this progress and begin this journey on what we now call success. So number 4, guys, writing goals down help you achieve bigger goals. And I'll explain this. Not everybody is built to where they can just hit the ground running. Some of us start off a little bit slower than others. You know, you got people out here that can just, man, go get it. And I applaud those people because I'm not going to start off slow, but I'm not going to start off real fast either. I'm going to start off like somewhere in the middle. So I have to sometimes chop goals down into smaller goals with the bigger goal in mind. I'll give you an example. I decided that I was going to lose some weight, X amount of pounds, within a certain time frame. One of the requirements of achieving that goal was to get back in the gym and change my diet. Okay? So I had to take, changing my diet. I love to eat certain things. So I got to break that down into smaller chunks. I got to say, well, if I know that I love fried chicken wings, then I got to tell myself, I got to break that down and say, all right, I'm going to start with eating fried chicken wings once a week. And then I'll break that down. Then I'll move up and challenge myself, because you have to challenge yourself. You can't just stay right there. You got to move up and challenge yourself to make the goal, more achievable. So the next week I'll say, well, I'm not going to eat chicken wings, but once every 2 weeks. And then move so on and so forth till you get to a point where I'm only eating fried chicken wings once a month. Or I'm going to give myself an air fryer and just leave it all alone. You guys get the concept. Sometimes you got to break that thing down into smaller chunks so that the bigger goal is recognized. Because if you go out there and you try to bite off more than you can chew and you can't handle that, then you're going to give up. You're going to give up on your goal because you're not achieving it because you weren't realistic with that goal. You went out there and was unrealistic, and what's going to happen eventually is you're going to give up totally. I'm telling you what's going to happen. It happened to me many a times. But I got a rededication, I got to refocus, and I'm not doing that anymore. Achieving your goals, writing them down, achieving your goals by writing them down means that you can visually see it again. And when you can visually see something, it changes the way that you act towards that specific thing. Let me give you an example. If you want a luxury vehicle, go out and test drive that thing. Go out and know what it feels like to be behind the wheel of this vehicle that you want. See, the naysayers and the people that don't want to see you grow and the crabs, they're going to say, man, why would you go test drive that car? You ain't going to never get that. But you are going to know the feeling and never forget. Now you have a visual of seeing, I want this vehicle, being very specific and realistic. I want this vehicle, X vehicle, within the next 12 months. I want this vehicle. Now, you seeing this written down on paper every day. Now, you find yourself a dealership, you go down and you take a test drive of that vehicle. So now you've seen visually this vehicle written down every day, which improves your focus and your motivation to go ahead and get this vehicle. Now you have the picture burned in your mind of you driving down the road in this vehicle, seeing how fast it goes, seeing how it handles corners and all of that stuff, and that'll never leave you. So again, that's providing more motivation. That's providing more focus. And visually seeing something affects how you act about it. If I didn't say that before. So, as an entrepreneur, we see this all the time. You starting up your new business, you excited as heck about, man, I got this. I finally got this hurdle. I finally got this hurdle jumped. Now I'm in business. Who are the first people that you're going to see about this business and supporting that business? Family and friends. The majority of them are not going to support you, so don't get discouraged. I'm telling you now, they're not going to discourage you because they don't see your vision. This is your vision. You got to stick with it, and you got to stay. You got to stick and stay. They don't see your vision. Most of them have given up on their vision and goals years ago. So they're not going to see it the way you see it. The only way that they're going to see it and change the way that they act until they see the fruits of your labor. The physical fruits of your labor. You pull up in that car that we was just talking about. You pull up in that nice foreign whip, pull up on the block. Everybody coming out. Oh, you're doing it big now, huh? What you been doing all this time? The same thing that I told you about last year that I was doing. That's what I've been doing. I've been focused. I've been grinding. I've been in my bag. Now that they see the fruits, now you can't get them to stop asking, well, how can I help now? Well, what can I do? What position do you want me to play? Visually seeing something affects how you act, how others act. So you got to visually see that thing, and you got to be able to not bite off more than you can chew. And lastly, number 5, guys, is writing goals down helps you track your progress. If you write down on your goals sheet, I'm going to have a new home by December of 2020. And you're revisiting that goal. You've written that goal down. You're revisiting it every day, and you're motivated and you're focused, and you're breaking that thing down if you need to into smaller chunks, right? You're doing all of those things. By the time December 2020 comes, you're going to know whether you've been working or whether you've been BSing, whether you've been on your purpose or whether you've gotten sidetracked by distractions and you let somebody knock you off center. You'll know it. The proof is right there in front of you. You're tracking it every day. You got your motivation. You know, you've taken 10x action to get that. If you're doing all of those things, trust me, you'll be in that new home December 2020. You'll be there. You're putting it out in the atmosphere, and you're forcing the universe to align up with what it is you want. You're sincere about it. You're motivated. You're focused. What can go wrong? Nobody can say, I was focused. I was motivated. I kept revisiting my goals. I took 10x action to make sure that this goal came true, and it didn't happen. I don't think you're going to find one person. Anything that I've ever been focused on, I've achieved it. Anything that I've ever been focused on and without failing focused and motivated, anything that I've ever done in my life that I had those components in it, I've achieved it. So I'm not telling you anything that I haven't gone through personally. So there you have it, guys. The 5 reasons why you should be writing things down, in particular your goals and the importance of them. So I know you're going to find value in that. And as always, I would advise you to start today. Start where you are. It doesn't matter where you are. You want to lose weight? Start tomorrow. Get yourself in the gym. Change your diet. Be dedicated. Be focused to doing that every day, getting yourself into a pattern. Fall in love with the mundane. Most of us don't like doing that. Unless it's something negative or non-productive. When it's non-productive, we love doing the same thing over and over and over. But when it comes to success, we don't want to do it. How backwards is that? You should love doing something over and over that's successful and hate doing things that don't bring you success. Hate doing that over and over, but we think just the opposite, and that's programming. So again, you have to get rid of your old habits and replace them with better habits. You don't have to do it all in one swoop, but you must challenge yourself every day. You must get better every day. You must be able to measure your progress every day. So again, guys, as always, thanks for tuning in to the channel. Continue to like, comment, share. Hit the notifications bar. We're going to be putting out more and more content. And if you guys have subject matter that you want discussed, drop it in the comment box and we'll get the video out as soon as possible. So guys, as always, go out, dominate, make a moment, take advantage of every moment. Take advantage of every moment that you've been given an opportunity. Somebody didn't make it from last night until today, and they wishing for that opportunity back, but you have it. So make the most out of it, dominate, and until the next video, peace out.